Today we will learn how to simulate a heat exchanger using rigorous design methodology. In our previous video, which was lecture number 15, we had simulated heat exchanger or we had designed heat exchanger using simple design methodology. Before starting the tutorial, first we will read what is the problem statement. Water at 25 degrees centigrade and 1 bar is pumped to the heat exchanger at 5 bar. The flow rate of the water is 2000 kg per hour. Equimolar mixture, benzene and toluene is pumped to the heat exchanger at 5 bar. The flow rate of the mixture is 1000 kg per hour. First, we need to do is to pump the two streams. We haven't given any information right now that which one is hot stream and which one is cold stream. So first we will go to Espen Heises, we will install pumps, we will increase the pressure of water and mixture to the required pressures, and then we will see which one is the hot stream and which one is the cold stream. So going to Espen Heises, I have added these three components benzene, toluene and water which were our requirements in this problem statement. We will select Peng Robinson as property package as we have discussed in our lecture number 5 as well. Going to simulation block, and as we know we have to first install two pumps before going to heat exchanger. Pump 1 and pump 2. I will quickly do its connections. So as you see I have made the connections of these pumps and label these pumps and streams as well. The upper pump is water pump WP, the lower pump is mixture pump MP. So opening it, WP have water in, water out and electricity required for this pump. Going to worksheet, as we have given that water is initially at 25 degrees centigrade, 1 bar and 2000 kg per hour with molar composition of water is 1 because it's a single stream, and we have to pump it to 5 bar, and as you see its pressure is 5 bar, temperature is 25.04. Going to second pump, which is mixture pump. Now I will take you back to the problem statement. In this problem statement, equimolar mixture is pumped to the heat exchanger at 5 bar. We have been given the information about the pressure, the composition because it's an equimolar, and the flow rate. But we need four parameters to converge a stream. It means we need either temperature or vapor fraction. Temperature is not provided to us, but we have been given the information that it's in liquid state. And when the mixture is in liquid state, it means its vapor value is 0. So going back to Espen Heises and putting the vapor value as 0. So vapor value is 0, initial pressure is 1, 1000 kg per hour, composition for benzene and toluene is 0.5 and 0.5 on mole basis, click OK. Then coming back and pressure is increased to 5 bar. So as you see its pressure is 5 bar, its pressure is also 5 bar at outlet. The temperature of mixture is 91.87 at pump outlet, while the temperature at the water pump outlet is 25.04. It means that the mixture stream is a hot stream and water stream is a cold stream. So we have identified these streams based on their temperatures. Now we will move to heat exchanger. The cold stream in this example is placed to shell side while the hot stream is placed to the tube side. Because of properties of benzene and toluene, we cannot place this stream to the shell side. That's why water is placed to the shell side while the mixture is placed to the tube side. With the pressure drop at both sides, shell and tube is 0.2. Outlet temperature of hot stream, which is at tube side, is 60 degrees centigrade, and we have to compute the outlet temperature of cold stream, which is in shell side. So going back to Espen Heises, and we will click heat exchanger, place it over here, and we will do the connections. At shell side, water is entering, it means it will be W out, and I will label it as W out HE, W out heat exchanger. Similarly, M out and M out HE, and I will label it as HE. So it requires unknown delta P. In the previous example, we had given the parameters over here, but in this case, we are using pump before heat exchanger and taking values from the outlet of the pump, because outlet of pump is the inlet of heat exchanger. Zero point 0.2 bar, it means 4.8 bar, and it will be 4.8 bar. In the previous example, we had given pressure drop over here, zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.2. As you see, these are the same, and we are using simple endpoint with no heat leak loss. Once we will converge it, then we will move to rigorous design. So as we know that the mixture stream is at tube side and its outlet temperature is given to us as 60 degrees centigrade. So we will put the value of 60, and as you see it's converged, the bar has turned green, and the outlet temperature of water is 31.56 degrees centigrade. These are the parameters of this system with the overall UA computed as well. Now, our task is to convert it to rigorous model. As you can see that you can replace any simple heat exchanger model by a fully rigorous model in your simulation, defining a geometry by sizing. Means either you can specify your geometry, you can specify tube ID, OD, shell ID, OD and different parameters, or by importing a prepared file. It means we can click size exchanger, we can auto size it, means we will ask Aspen to search its library and provide us a solution, or we can use any template to auto size it. In this example, we will use auto size, and what we will do, we will just click convert, and as you see, it has started converted design, evaluated design, near and designs. Okay. If there are no design okay, then it will say no design matches. So what it is saying that EDR exchanger design rating rigorous calculation will set outlet stream conditions. Do you wish to override existing outlet stream specification to avoid our specification? You will click yes, and as you see, this bar is also turned green, and as you see, the conditions are now given to us, and they are much more elaborated, like film coefficient, vibration problem, overall dirty coefficient, effective surface area, and so on. So for more details of rigorous models, see rigorous shell and tube tab. Means we will have to go to this tab, rigorous shell and tube. Hot fluid is allocated to tube side, calculation method is advanced, condenser and vaporizer types are default, and calculation mode is simulation. Going to heat exchanger, front head type, shell type, rear head type. It means all the information is given to you over here as well. Shell orientation, exchanger in parallel, tube side passes, tube OD, length, effective tube area. Similarly to process, property ranges, and so on. In result summary, as you see, duty, effective surface area, overall clean coefficient. This must be looked into. The vibration problem and the row V2 problems must be checked before completing your simulation. If these are no, it means that there are no such problems in your design and your design is okay. Similarly, the film coefficient, calculated pressure drop, allowable pressure drop, and velocity. As you see, you had specified the pressure drop as 0.2 bar, but the calculated pressure drop is very small, which have been calculated by Aspen. Similarly, the setting plan, the tube layout. Now I will go to view EDR browser, view exchanger design and rating browser. It's linked currently with Aspen HYSYS. Once we will complete this exercise regarding the Aspen HYSYS, I will take to Aspen exchanger design and rating software, where we will put the values and we will generate our data as well. This will be similarly to this. So as you see, TEMA type, BEM, tube layout option new, location of hot fluid to tube side, tube OD pitch, and all the information is provided to you over here as well. The total cost, excess surface area, DP ratio, shell in series, shell. These are all the values are calculated by the Aspen for us. And this is the setting plan. If you can turn it to tube layout, this plan is also present. Going to process, the process values are also given to you, as you can see. So going to error warnings, there is just one warning that you did not put any fouling resistance, because fouling will reduce the calculated heat exchanger duty or increase the exchanger size needed to achieve the specified duty. So what we will do, there is only one issue over here. So we will go to problem definition, the process data, and here this one is fouling resistance. So what I will do, I will just take the by default values. Obviously you have to select the real time values. So similarly selecting for hot side and cold side. Now you will go back to the result summary and warning, and as you see, this warning has been removed and the advanced calculation has converged after 28 iterations. So you can go to check performance and you can see your results over here as well. All the results, problems, total cost, shell size, tube size. Similarly, you can review spec sheet as well. This is a spec sheet that has been created by the Aspen for you. Similarly, you can see the performance, the heat transfer, the pressure drop, the flow analysis, vibration and resonance, then the mechanical summary, and similarly you can go to the calculation details as well, that analysis along shell side and analysis along tube side. Similarly, you can print your results over here by clicking here, and which type of result you need you can print here as well. So that's how you simulate a heat exchanger using rigorous design methodology. So please do watch the video, like the video, share with others,